Pickleball isn't just about hitting great shots. That's right, it's not just about great shots. Pickleball is full of strategies, and today I want to talk about one of the basic strategies of pickleball. Push back, push back, play back. You got it. If you got them back, keep them back. Stay tuned. I was absolutely amazed to find that chair. It was a bad chair back then, and it just really hasn't gotten any better. Hey everybody, it's CJ Johnson. Today we're going to talk about pickleball strategy, specifically keep them back. If you got them back there, keep them back. And if you can push them back, that's pretty good too. But before we get to that, if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't already done so, if you'd hit the subscribe button over here on the left-hand side, that tells YouTube that you find this content important, and you'll get a notification anytime that I post a new video. That way, you won't miss anything valuable that I put out in the future. Thank you so much for taking just a little bit of time and doing that. I really appreciate your support. When we're talking strategy, it's important to understand the nature of pickleball and when you're on the offense and when you're on the defense. Pickleball is one of the few sports where the serving team is actually put on the defense. And it's because of that two bounce rule. The serving team has to stay at the back, and therefore the receiving team is allowed a little bit of extra time to get to the net. In pickleball, whoever controls the net controls the point. One of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately, probably more so with a 3-0 level player, but sometimes with a 3-5 as well as a 4-0, is they're in control. Their team is at the non-volley zone and their opponents are at the back of the court. Instead of continuing to hit it to the back and to hit it at their opponent's feet, they try and hit this soft little drop shot at the net. Well, basically one of three things can happen. Number one, yes, you could conceivably hit a winner. Number two, you could hit it into the net. And number three, you've now invited the team at the baseline to the net, and you've completely given your advantage away. So since hitting a winner is only good about maybe 1/3 of the time, and very few people have the touch to hit that shot consistently, the best thing that you can do is keep them back. Let's watch how some of the top pros keep their opponents at the back and on the defensive. Here we've got Terashenko and Elliott with their back towards us against McGrath and Ansberry in the forecourt. Arena hits a high third shot, which Sarah then uses to keep her at the back of the court. When the point ends, neither Elliott nor Terashenko have worked their way into the non-volley zone. They've been on the defensive the whole entire time. With our back towards us are Williams and Schwartz, and in the far court are LaCour and Hamner. What you'll notice is that when the third shot, again, is just a little bit high, Bonnie takes advantage of that and keeps Hamner and LaCour at the back of the court. It's not until they hit a third shot, which is still a little high, but Bonnie allows the ball to bounce, which that gives them a little time to work themselves into the net, that they even up the point and eventually win it. We've got Roberts and Ricard with their back towards us, and Weinbach and Moore in the far court. What you'll notice here, once again, that third shot is hit just a little bit high, and Scott Moore takes advantage of it, keeping that team back. Each time the shot comes back, they're unable to soften it. It comes a little bit higher and a little bit higher, and he continues to push them back in the court until they eventually win the point. Here's an example of why you may not want to get too cute with that third shot. We've got Rodopinski and Evans with their back towards us, and Yates and Gabrielson in the far court. After a fairly lucky lob to even things up and put their team on the offensive, Morgan Evans tries a short little shot to the corner, but Wes Gabrielson is one of the quicker players in the game. He manages to get there and forces Rodopinski to hit one more shot to make it a winner. The bottom line is this: when you control the non-volley zone, stay on the offensive, keep that other team on the defensive, keep them back in the court. If you got value from this video, if you wouldn't mind giving it a little thumbs up or sharing it with your pickleball playing friends. This is such a robust community, and I love that you're sharing your tips with other people. If you would, put a comment down below. How did you learn to keep your opponents at the baseline when you have control of the non-volley zone? We'd love to know, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well.